Invitational. Today we have the number 4 Slow Rollers versus the number 6 Just Team 2. Just Team 2 gets the two choices of map and home field advantage for both because they lasted in the top bracket longer. So any confusion there, that would be why. Sorry if things seem a little sporadic here today, folks, but we were supposed to play this game roughly an hour ago, and things just haven't quite been very smooth throughout the process of getting this started. But we have Mira and Delkaby getting banned straight off rip. But let's get into these teams. Slow Rollers finished the regular season with a 3-4 record with an overtime loss versus Just Team 2, 3-4 with an overtime win. Mind-blowing stuff, the top frag for Just Team 2 has a 1.04 KD with a standout 1.5 on defense, whereas Vader has a 1.59 KD with a 2.0 on defense. The major difference between these two is on attack, mind-blowing stuff is a 0.6 versus Vader's 1.3. Vader has been a menace on both sides of the ball, per se. Last week for the Slow Rollers, they defeated the number 2 seeded Wiggles and MVP candidate Septicon 7-2 on Favela and 7-3 on Border. Vader was crucial, but Austin, Kidney Ken came up with some crucial clutches that really helped them prevail. That would have been much closer if it weren't for him, so let's not just give all the credit in the world to Vader, though it's very easy to do. On top of that, Just Team 2 delivered an upset of their own, washing out number 2 seeded... That can't be right. Number 3 seeded Tsunami. 8-7 on Outback and 7-5 on Emerald Plains.
5 seconds to go.
Not much of note on that. Tsunami was very cold to end the season. It is a statistical upset, but wasn't a huge surprise.
Nothing to work with. I'll find you and end you.
Vader straight in with the Deimos plays. Trying to find the angle. Knows that he's up on the bed. Just can't. Frag goes out. He's going to flush him out. But the charge runs out. Mind-blowing stuff on the flank now. Could be shotgun v shotgun. Vader's flanking the flanker. We're playing Round the World now. Mind-blowing stuff has the beat on Vader here, I'd argue. But here comes the tactical advantage. Swinging it back in his favor. Shotguns come out! Vader escapes with a minimal damage dealt. My goodness. Prone may have saved his life there. I'm surprised that did as much damage as it did. And down Cosmic Gamer goes. What an insane play we just saw there. I really felt like Mind-blowing stuff had the beat there, and I don't know, I guess Vader going prone on the stairs minimized the damage so much so that when it came Vader's turn, he did not miss. I guess that's the pros and cons of the shotguns. Sometimes they give, sometimes they taketh away. Now let's talk about the secondary players. Now Kidney Ken's got a 0.5 on the season compared to Cosmic Gamer's 0.73. Highest KD for Ken is on attack actually with a 0.7. And same for Cosmic Gamer has a 0.8. Of course, these are all regular season statistics, I believe. A 0.7 defensively for Cosmic Gamer and a 0.4 defensively for Kidney Ken. Opting to go a different site now, seeing as it didn't work out the first time. And Cosmic is not putting in much effort as of right now with site setup.
Seconds left. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 5 seconds remaining.
Vader going Osa, Ken going Lion. I'd imagine this is going to lead in. They've made a tactical decision here, and have a push in mind that they want to execute specifically. We've seen this play before. Gonna go down the stairs. Vader applying pressure. Gonna drone, make sure everything's clear. No trap ops to be worried about. We'll see if they encounter a mute jammer. Ken's got a good pre-placed drone here. We've seen this push from them a few times. You see how mind-blowing stuff decides to defend it. With the shotgun, this is gonna be incredibly difficult. C4? No, decides against it. Looks like they've bailed on that. Probably the right play.
Setting up recon drone.
My boys are once again waiting for them. But that's not where they're going to go. Ken, damage taken, but they're both not looking in the right spot. Ken planting now. Oh, what a frag from Vader. And mind-blowing stuff is left to scramble. He's still got that C4 in his pocket. Mind-blowing stuff. Flash now going prone, defensive. Lion scans going out. He's gonna have to... just more time bleeding off the clock. Pre-fires go out from Vader. No good. C4, that should get a kill. Yes, it does. The frag on to Ken. No good! I think mind-blowing stuff was confused that the barricade over there was not broken and thought that Ken was maybe somewhere else. Ken was largely blocked by the sight of the gun. Kind of unfortunate there for mind-blowing stuff, but a great clutch from Ken. Got the diffuser down, did his job perfectly. Anyway, we'll talk about just Team 2's keys to the game. Deny Vader's entry routes. Use traps, crossfires, and early intel to shut him down. Use his aggression against himself. If Vader dies, slow roller often fall flat. You let him live late into the round, you'll watch that success rate plummet. Ken cannot operate a 2v1 in long, with lots of time left. But you leave him a 1v1 in a good spot, there's a chance he can clutch that up for you. Exploit Ken's positioning. Pressure him into bad rotates. He's often late to adjust. Cosmic Gamer's .73 KD hides strong late round reads. Use them. Well, you see Cosmic Gamer going usually intel. We haven't seen it much so far. Maybe that would explain the deficit to start. I feel like Cosmic's better when he has something to do when he's dead. Additional cameras and whatever and whatnot. If he doesn't manage to get a kill. Back to the basement push. And Vader's going straight in. Gets the kill on the mind-blowing stuff. And that just wasn't the right play. Cosmic Gamer gets the refrag. Gamer versus Ken now. And lots of time left. But Vader got his frag. Likely awaiting instructions from Vader, telling him, hey, here's what you might want to do. Drone gets shot out now. Cosmic's going to rotate. Oh, Oh, the red ping, not what you probably didn't want that. You're communicating with your teammate just fine, but I don't think Ken is experienced enough to know where the default camera is. He's still very young in his Siege career. He's gonna push in now. Cosmic stands up. Here comes the swing, both standing height, but Cosmic looks crouched. Didn't trust what his ears heard. He's gonna retreat now to get heals. Perk of being Thunderbird. Reloads come out. And Cosmic's nearly full health. This has worked out in his favor. And he's hunkered down in a good spot, but there's a chance that Ken can get in and apply pressure via faking a plant or whatnot. He doesn't have to necessarily swing here. He's in now. Here comes the plant. Fake plant, as we talked about before. He might try and stick it this time, and that would be a bad thing. We're watching two very inexperienced players. I'm incredibly surprised at what I'm looking at. Cosmic saw Ken, reacted late. We're just kind of having a standoff right now, and Cosmic's going to go on a flank. This would be the time for Ken to plant. I don't think he realizes the opportunity he's been given, though. Now he goes. Cosmic's not pushing fast enough. He's going to hear the clacking of that keyboard. And now the diffuser's down. Ken's got the advantage. Can he clutch up one more time? Limited health thanks to Thunderbird. And Cosmic's gadget healing him back to full. Taking what would be an even advantage to a Cosmic favor. Pre-fire's no good. Faking the defuse. Let's see if it baits Ken. It is. But it doesn't matter. Cosmic goes back to the defuse and another clutch from Ken. Apologize for the lag there. We don't quite get to see exactly what happened, but I think we can make up the gaps. We didn't even talk about the Zami or Snake bans. Vader likes Snake a lot. He also likes Dokkaebi a lot, but he's been playing Deimos quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see that be the player off the board here. And he is. Mute, of course, is what Mind-Blowing Stuff has been playing. So that also makes sense there. Every team has their reasoning. Back to the keys of the game. Play long rounds. To an extent, Just Team 2 has been playing these long rounds. But they've been letting Diffuser get down. And I feel like that's been a huge, huge issue for them right now, is Ken is getting that Diffuser down. And when you give Ken an advantage like that, he's likely not going to fail.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So, denying Diffuser, in my opinion, right now would be better for them. Are they going back basement? Back basement once again. This has not been a great sight for them. Castle coming out now from Cosmic Gamer. He's been a very useful operator. Maybe they were saving him for just this moment. I'd also like to point out, Ken does not know this map very well. He hasn't played it a whole bunch. This isn't a highly played map we've seen all too often, only a handful of times, two or three times. So he's still not, this is not his most confident map. And Vader's gone on and talked about how he prefers to play maps that Ken knows. Vader will operate largely the same on any map. Sure, he likes some more. So they go for a first floor push. No shotguns now. Well, I guess Cosmic has the... Could be caught out here. You're hearing a lot of footsteps at the stairs. Vader chooses to drone out. Being responsible. Oh, Mind-Blowing Stuff gets away with one there. Could have been very, very poor if Mind-Blowing Stuff had been caught out there. Fortunately, everyone prevails, live to fight another day, and I think they're looking at dropping hatch now. They've pushed every time they've pushed that doorway, it's gone well, but with Castle, it's going to limit their options because they did not bring much. Oh, straight down the stairs. Vader goes down, and Ken did not push with him. Vader's pretty much done for. Ken not quite able to get the job done there. Yeah, an aggressive push there from Vader. I feel like he kind of just assumed that site would be clear, considering they've gone the other site every single other time. But I would have wished if he'd had been a little bit more careful there. But once again, it's like the Houston Rockets. You know, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. Is you just kind of hope that Vader doesn't go 0 for 13 in the second half. Anyway, if they can keep mind-blowing stuff alive, right, deep into rounds, he is the stabilizer of this team. He is the pillar of which this team is around. If he goes down early, if Vader can get him out early, we've seen this multiple times already. Ken versus Cosmic Gamer is a matchup that is closer than it may appear. Of course, Ken has 0.2 lower kill death ratio overall, but both Ken and Cosmic are better on attack, so that currently favors Ken in this matchup as of right now. Additionally to that, Ken's got a 0.5, but he's got a 0.5 and he sucked to start the season. Not his fault, by the way. He was just getting started. So his KD would likely be at least a point higher or so if he was able to start the season as he is right now. Mind-blowing stuff hiding under the window here is a choice. We'll see how it goes. This could be a good spot. He's got the revolver out. This is a neat angle here. This should be able to get a kill in theory. Droning out now. Can't shoot the drone, but I don't think the drone spotted him. He's in a good spot. Now the drone spots him. Bad spot now. He's been flushed out. He's got to rotate back to site. Vader, good job. Takes space. Goes to B site. Shield comes out a bit late there. He could... Yep, he's going to plant that shield and get the diffuser down. Ken has to hold. Gets the kill on the mind-blowing stuff. And is looking at the wrong spot. Cosmic could get a kill here if he plays his cards right, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Vader with a smooth kill under pressure, no problem. Overexposed himself there a little bit, but at the end of the day, wasn't much of an issue. Of course, got the job done anyway. Doesn't really matter. 4-1 lead late into the night for the Slow Rollers. Of course, fatigue is something we need to watch out for. Most of these guys, they have work. They work all day. They come home and they're itching to sleep. You know, especially these games that take longer to schedule. So these guys aren't at their prime hours. An awful sleep schedule can certainly help a lot in this type of league, considering the awful hours that it's played at. But, you know, you fit them in where you can fit them in.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Only one more round left defensively for just Team 2, and it has not been pretty what we've seen so far.
Seconds left. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
limited things you can do here with reinforcements and whatnot. I do like the C4. Vader's been abusing Osa. You need to punish that every time that you've been able to put yourself in a position to punish. You've been able to do so with great success. Of course, it was only the one time my blowing stuff had the C4, but being able to punish consistently will do wonders. Because Vader will no longer, his shield will become a target, and not so much a useful tool. Oh, hiding behind a soft wall is not what you want to do. Cosmic down early, mind-blowing stuff on the rotate. Gets the frag. C4 comes out, but can't finish the animation on time. Vader gets the frag. The C4, probably not the play. If you're going to do that, you want to duck back. He continued to charge in the room. Just a small mistake there. Massive consequences as the slow rollers go up 5-1 going into the defensive half. Almost a clean sweep through their offensive half. That is dominant performance. And we saw that in their matchup versus the Wiggles. Once again, MVP candidate, some say front runner, Septicolin, and it wasn't close. 7-2 on Favela, 7-3 on Border. Was not close. Vader's been doing this for a hot while. I will say he's been the most consistently keep playing this game. Even when there are streaks where games are not being scheduled, he's on this game. I'm not going to say daily, but pretty consistently. More consistently than I believe anyone else in this league. So it's not necessarily that he's improved, but he's hot. He's just stays hot. He stays hot. He's warm. He's ready for the occasion. Denari Castle playing a lot of time. Cosmic going Ash. That should deal with the castles at the very least.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
First floor site off Riff. I guess save the important sites for if you need them. Keyword if. But since the slow rollers are on defense, slow rollers, keys to the game. Get Vader active early. We've seen that plenty. He's 7-3. Give him the freedom to take space and win the opening duels. His 1.59 KD is this team's engine. If he's hot, they roll, and it won't be slow. Support Ken's anchor play. He's got a 0.53 KD. Doesn't provide much value in that aspect, but the longer he is alive, the more important he becomes. His life is valuable, even if it doesn't necessarily come with kills. Pardon. Even if it doesn't come with kills. It's important for him to be alive. You cannot let them kill Ken and solo out Vader. It makes Vader's job much more difficult as Cosmic enters from second floor balcony, and it looks like my blowing stuff is going to try and play from the window. Entering now. Checking red stairs. Vader would be in the best position to play this. Ken getting out of the way. It's good for him. He's going to play the Cosmic's entry. Cosmic drops main lobby. They've got good control of the first floor now. Vader aggressive. Oh, what a frag from Cosmic there. Immediately taking the head off of Vader. This could just prove to be a attacker-sided map for these two teams. No one knows exactly where Ken is, and down Cosmic goes. Wow, what a shot from Ken! What a clutch! 2v1 gets the job done. And, you know, we've been seeing him turn up more and more as the season goes on. He's becoming a better and better player. Like I say, that .53 does not do him the justice he's had the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's been performing at a good level. Not an elite level, but a very respectable, solid level. He's not someone you can just blow up or push by anymore. Anyway, back to the slow rollers. Controlling tempo is very important for them. They want a fast-paced gameplay. You see Vader pushing the issue a lot. Any noise, he's going to investigate. Now, of course, if you are if you are just Team 2, you can play into that, bait and switch, whatever and whatnot. We're not seeing that right now. But controlling the tempo, not over-swinging into just Team 2's traps, and forcing mid-round chaos is exactly what Vader needs to do. And he's been doing it so far, at least for the most part. That and just playing with plain old confidence, not overthinking the situation, just going out there and doing your job. And Ken's been doing his job wonderfully. Vader's been doing his job to a T. Whenever Vader makes a mistake, Ken is there to pick it up. It has been flawless. And that being said, we haven't even talked about the bans. Dokkaebi, that's pretty standard. They said it was a nerf. Nah, not really. Maybe it's just the community hasn't really learned how to counter it effectively, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a nerf. More of a restructuring, kind of a buff. Blitz, we don't see Blitz play that often but with the lead that they have, I don't really love it. Mind-blowing stuff. Droning Cosmic Gamer in now. No one playing stairs. Vader drops.
Blood online.
Wow, mind-blowing stuff dead as soon as he enters. Cosmic left in once again. Another bad spot for Cosmic Gamer to be in. Vader's just been winning his duels left and right, and even when he's not, Ken's been doing wonderfully. I will not be able to state that enough. Bad audio from the game. It looks like Cosmic thinks he's downstairs. Oh, Ken's in a good spot. Ken gets credit for the kill. Sure Vader would have, or no, Vader gets credit? I could have sworn it said Ken. Either way, doesn't matter. First game goes the way of the slow rollers. 7-1. 9-4 from Vader, 5-2. Kind of your choice as to who played better. I'd argue more important was Ken. He stepped up the most. But statistically, Vader is the better player there. We will, of course, allow a short break for snacks, bathroom visits, whatever and whatnot. When the players get back to me and text me that they are all good, we will start the second round. So be prepared, folks. All right, folks. That's honestly one of the quicker mid rounds we've ever had. Everyone's ready, so we're gonna get back into this very, very shortly. Those who missed it, a 7-1 win on house for the Slow Rollers. Now the Slow Rollers get to defend on Consulate, and I'm not going to say that the Slow Rollers have been dominant on this map, but the two teams in the top bracket right now, we've got, I believe, Filled Up and Enemy, and they are having issues with scheduling there as well. So I cannot give a definitive answer on when exactly those games will be played, unfortunately. But when Filled Up and the Slow Rollers played on this map, the Slow Rollers dominated. They did lose the series in 3, but this has been historically a good map for them, the Slow Rollers. So we'll see how Vader and Kidney can perform throughout this map if it was just a matchup thing. I know Filled Up don't particularly like Consulate. They've been banning it more and more after since that loss. But I do really like the way the Slow Rollers play this map in particular. Vader and Kidney Ken usually do pretty well here. It was one of Ken's better maps. Like we said earlier, Ken being a less experienced player, him knowing the map is more important than Vader liking it. Frost is a good answer to Amaru. I believe Mind-Blowing Stuff joked about that in the group call we had before everything started. We'll see if he chooses to swap off or maybe just picks a different window that he knows is safe. We'll see how it plays out, but this could be very dangerous. Vader, not typically a Frost user. Of course, Frost a very situational operator. This site is, however, one of the very specific use cases, so we'll see how it goes. Looks like it's going to be Office Push. Cosmic going in downstairs. Vader's ready with the shotgun, though. Cosmic's got a shotgun as well, so we'll see how this goes. Vader shoots faster, though. Incredibly low, but doesn't finish the kill. Mind-Blowing Stuff's downed by a Frost mat. Got the down on to... So much just happened there. Vader finishes off Cosmic. Mind-Blowing Stuff finishes off Ken. The pings go out. I'm going to say advantage Vader here. The Super 90 might as well be a sniper rifle right now. I mean, that's what happens. That is what happens. Very useful pick there from Vader. Good ball knowledge. And a great round there from the Slow Rollers. Looked a little shaky in that middle part, when Mind-Blowing Stuff did have sight control. But, of course, with Cosmic being fragged out downstairs, it didn't amount to much. Vader finally finishes up on Fenrir. I think he swapped through 4 or 5 operators there. And Castle, another great choice there from Ken. Can never complain about a Castle pick. Never, ever, ever. Very useful operator in every site in the game, especially in a 2v2 setting. Odds are you're not going to lock out your teammate at site, and if you do, that's really on you. And so long as they're well placed, you can do a lot with Castle. He's a very big hindrance.
Bomb located by attackers.
See where Ken decides to place these. I was thinking he'd place one top spiral. Oh no, he's going to reinforce hatches. Good on him. We don't see a lot of teams super heavily prioritize reinforcing.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Of course, most of those teams are eliminated, so it's no coincidence. You've got to reinforce if you want to play competitive Siege at any level, really. Entering already. Main lobby. Assuming we're going to push down the stairs. No, just checking spiral. Now we're going down. No droning as of yet. I guess you don't need to when you've got the all clear from your iPod.
Hold on. I have intel on the enemy location.
Damage done to Vader. Great frag from mind-blowing stuff there. Got the advantage from his iPad, and that's all I really needed. See if Ken's got one more in him. Breach charge is going out now. The audible explosions is going to throw Ken for a loop, as it really does anyone else. You're going to hear a lot of mixed messages, as mind-blowing stuff is on the flank. The shots should get Ken to turn around. He doesn't, though, and the knife's going to come out. Just completely ignores the gunshots behind him there. I can't imagine what's going on in the call for no one to call that out. Siege timing, but you've got to turn around there, even if you do get screwed. That is baffling. But, once again, we talked about this. Ken's defensive side is, I'm not going to say considerably, it kind of is, to be honest. A 0.7 on attack versus 0.4 defensively. 0.7, very useful. 0.4 on defense, we're getting down there. Into an area where we don't necessarily want to be.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm wondering if it's a confidence thing. Typically we find defensive KDs go up. Like, you don't really need to know the map, you just need to know the 2 or 3 rooms you're next to and sit there. But I don't know, there's something about Ken's defense that just doesn't mesh with his offense. His offense is great. It's very serviceable. To see how Vader and Ken decide to counter this. No castle this time around. They go, okay, they finally adjusted. Breach charges were used. We'll call it a day. We're probably not going to get away with that anymore. Aurora is a very useful operator. Can be very dangerous, especially when it's often that you can find a site for free.
This will rattle them.
F not activated. Reloading!
Setting the razor shell.
It's clear we're looking for a different push here. Oh, gets the all clear. He's gonna recheck it now. It's gonna be an alert. Thorn Trap's gonna do minimal damage. The pre-fires go out. No bullets find their way towards Vader's body.
Swapping mags.
Better applying pressure in a lot of ways very quickly. It's kind of trapped them on spiral. They don't know that it was Vader. He used a good job using his pistol. Much harder to identify which operator has that pistol. Gonna reclose it. Vader already back downstairs.
Reloading.
Shell going out.
Doing a good job shooting and moving. Shooting and moving. No damage done for that thorn trap. More damage done from the additionals, though. Traps on traps on traps. It looks like all of them were placed in the right spot. Mind-blowing stuff. Pushing through security room now. Locker hallways. The push for Cosmic. Down goes Ken. All up to Vader now. Very dependable player. Doesn't know he's got the down. Gets the... Oh my goodness. The refrag of the century. Refrag is not the right word for that. I am astonished. He had no idea he got the down there, I don't think. What a wallbang. What a wallbang. I cannot believe what we just witnessed. Insane clutches from Vader. They're insane. I'd imagine Snake's going to be the ban. It's got to be. Snake gone, Castle gone. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. That was pretty much the thorn in the side of both teams for the last 3 rounds. I can't imagine it have going any other way. I guess Frost was a bit of an issue round 1, but Castle's way more important. Frost is very situational. Azami, when used, I'm going to say incorrectly, it's an option. I don't love it, but you can use her as a makeshift castle. Not exactly. Usually when you want to use her for making crafty angles or just in a pinch making extra cover. But it's an option. They might just choose to use regular barricades. Of course, doesn't stall as much time or use as much utility, but still going to hear them push through those certain areas. Looks like we're gonna have a closer game on hand. It's already closer.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Well done.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Vader just choosing to completely just deny this doorway entirely. Just, I don't want to deal with it. It's an interesting setup. We'll see how it plays out. Looks like Cosmic's going straight through the closet. No, chooses not to. As mind-blowing stuff's going straight through the hatch. Quick transfer to the head there. Mind-blowing stuff. Immediate round win. That might be one of the quickest rounds we've ever seen. I mean, it's 2 back-to-back shocking rounds we've seen so far. From both teams. A good response there from mind-blowing stuff. I mean, you can't have rounds go that short. In either way.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Absolute sumo slam from mind-blowing stuff there. Same site. I'm imagining we're going to reinforce that hatch now. We potentially may have learned our lesson.
Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
Looks like the same Denari setup is coming out from
Attackers
Vader.
are moving to defuse
I guess
the bomb.
Mind-blowing stuff didn't really have to acknowledge it, so we didn't really see if they had a plan for the counter.
Loading new mag.
Vader already on the case. Once again, hears a noise, immediately goes to investigate. Immediate down. Cosmic not going to have any sort of refrag. Left in a tough spot now. Oof. Not droning the Capcan traps. A big mistake there. Shotgun's just additionally not the play from that range. Looks like Vader's going to investigate the grenade. Ken's holding closet. No, decides not to. Just makes it rotate. In Cosmic goes. He's got a decision to make now. There goes the rotate from Vader. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what to say there. That's all Capcan traps. That's just lack of droning. They had a drone that, in theory, should have been able to see it. I don't know if Ken's big old body was blocking the way or what that was, but yikes. Vader likely gets the flank either way. Ken looked a little... We got to react quicker than that. I sure hope you, 2 shots go off whizzing by your head. You've got to turn around there. But no harm, no foul, I guess. Ken got the kill. Looks a little worse for wear right now. 1 in 5. Nowhere near the performance we saw game 1 from him. My bowling stuff's doing well. Vader doing equally well.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
You could say they're going band for band right now. 6 and 3, 5 and 2. Doesn't manage to get the drone there. I'm quite surprised. That pest was invisible. See where he chooses to deny here. Maybe keep one in the pocket. No, decides to finally use it. My blank stuff's in. Oh, this is incredibly dangerous. Vader's none the wiser. Crosses still gets the kill. Reactionary, but still works out in the end. Meanwhile, Cosmic just now entering the map. They're gonna go straight up service stairs. Oh, good angle through the under the barricade there. It's a good damage done. Let's see what Vader decides to do. Is he going to finish this guy off? Playing this very slow. Plenty of time left still. He does have the benefit of being able to play this patiently. Either way he goes here, he's going to have to make some noise if he wants to get anywhere near B site. Droning out, spots the Kapkan traps. Hopefully we are wiser now. Unable to do any damage there. Might scare him off, and Vader comes in with the flank. That'll end their defensive half. Up 4-2. So we have a tight one here with just Team 2 going on the defensive half. I'd say it's pretty even. I know you would prefer if you were just Team 2 to enter 3-3, but 4-2 is still very serviceable. Mira and Doug could be getting banned, pretty default bans to be honest. So it's still a good spot, I'd say, for just Team 2. This is really a position 4-2 it goes either way. And I do believe right now it does go either way. We're now going on to Mind-Blowing Stuff's better half at a 1.5, which beats out Vader's attacking kill death ratio of 1.3. So they should be able to take an extra round there if they lock in. Kev coming out from Cosmic Gamer. Sentry, Mind-Blowing Stuff. Liking the utility that Sentry brings, maybe having thoughts of Osa from the first game, those first few rounds.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
As Kev, there's a lot of options. You can be productive. You can help set up site. You can be a good teammate at the cost of them knowing who you are. Of course, with Vader going Deimos quite often, avoiding the scan could be very, very useful. Vader going Amaru, noticing there's not a frost mat in sight. And I'd say this is the perfect counter, what we're about to see here. Let's see if Mind-Blowing Stuff is in the position. He is in the right spot to counter the push he's going for. Oh, maybe not right there, though. Yep, that's... oh, man. Unfortunate is what we'd call that. Plant down, sorry, diffuser down. All of Ken's utility left. You're just gonna have to ignore it. There's nothing else you can do if you're Cosmic Gamer. Reload's gonna come out. There's nothing Cosmic can do. I mean, it's kind of just one of those rounds. You lost it at the start. We've seen Amaru be used to pretty much take the round instantly by both teams now. Yikes. Just yikes. There's nothing you can do there if you're just Team 2 other than just not have what happened happen. It's just the definition of unfortunate. Mind-Blowing Stuff is 8 seconds later to that, he's got to kill. If Cosmic goes any other operator and he's helping site set up, maybe that persuades Vader to not do that. It's just, you just got to run it back. And the thing is, I'm not necessarily convinced that that's the right play either. But from what we've seen so far, I don't know if there's necessarily a right play for just Team 2.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds to go.
Same general idea. No Amaru this time.
5 seconds to go.
Works once, likely doesn't work twice. Cosmic hiding in a different spot now.
Nothing to work with.
Instantly targeted. That's the right option.
Swapping mags. Changing mags.
They're just dancing around each other right now.
Reloading. Cover me.
Looks like Ken asking for some help potentially with the breach. There's nothing necessarily that Vader can do. Are they confused? Is he wanting Ken to open the rest of the wall potentially? I know it's soft. It's completely soft. They didn't reinforce. Oh, that could prove to be a mistake. Oh, neither of them are on site. They've got it for free. Ken's gonna plant. Oh, another strategic blunder here. Comes to the swing down. Mind-blowing stuff goes all up the Cosmic Gamer. Gonna get the down onto Ken. Not gonna go for the finish. Tries to swing onto Vader. Gets the down again. Has to find the diffuser. Doesn't know where it is. And he's gonna run out of time. He's all out of it. I am in awe as to what's happening here. Just small mistakes. Vader's dominating right now, 10-3, but I can't even say they're necessarily small. They left sight exposed with a unreinforced wall. I know Vader was downstairs, but it kind of just appears that just Team 2 might just be out of it at the moment, which I can't blame them. Mind-blowing stuff's got to get up at 6 in the morning, roughly. This game's run way later than it should have, but granted, that's to the fault of his own teammate.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
There would have been a valid excuse if the slow rollers had struggled, and that is that they came prepared to play at 10, and we started at 11:30. But though it's the same for mind-blowing stuff, it's his own team's fault. I can't speak if that is the issue or
10 seconds to go.
or what it may be, but mind-blowing stuff. No real reinforcement done, no prep. Cosmic's running upstairs and hiding.
Attacker's objective is to
Reinforcements are going to come late, and at least it's getting done, but no traps, nothing but just, hey, we're going to go out there and win the gunfight straight up, and that's not a great strategy. Common push, we'll see this from Vader and ranked a lot. He likes to push through emergency exit. Oof, just immediately slammed by Vader. And the plant's going down. Cosmic, once again, bad spot. Site, undefended, plant. Success. So, we've got match point, an unsuccessful situation. Another dominant showing from the slow rollers, assuming they can pull this off. And Ken gets the final kill to improve his stat line to 2 and 6. Vader 11 and 3. Mind-blowing stuff 6 and 7. Pause for laughter. And Cosmic Gamer 3 and 6. The slow rollers advance with a 7-2 win over just Team 2 in a dominant series where they won the first game 7-1. Not much you can do there at all. We'll go to game chat shortly to get Vader's opinion on everything. But I am in awe. Once again, not that I thought that the slow rollers were going to lose. They were my pick to win. But I thought the games would be a lot closer than they ended up being. Anyway, we're going to go to game chat now. Speak to Vader. Ask him some questions. See if he's got any questions, comments, concerns, his thoughts on the match. And then we'll be out of here, I reckon. Vader, are you with me?
Yes, sir. Hello.
All right. Well, congratulations first off on the dominant series you guys had as a team. I'd just like to take it back to game one first and foremost. Ken had quite a few clutches. He's kind of proven to be a very reliable player late game. And I'm sure you've really enjoyed the development. I was just curious on your thoughts thoughts on Ken's development throughout the whole season.
Yeah. The season started out. He was swinging the window on border, holding Harper's charge, and now we're getting to the point where he's 2v1 in a team that's won at least two games in the bracket play. So he's really showing out. I used to call him Batman. Now I just kind of call him the GOAT because he's that guy.
That's very fair. Of course, he only had 2 deaths in game one. You guys only lost 1 round. Equally as dominant was this performance. I do have to ask, when mind-blowing stuff went up that hatch, and the round ended without 30 seconds passing, what was the thought there as a team?
Yeah, I mean, I heard the Amara, and it clicked to me before S1, but I just was not expecting that at all. It was a really good job of catching us off guard. And then, I mean, his swing on to Kidney Ken was crazy. I didn't even see on the kill cam where Ken was.
Yeah, it was quite the pre-fire from mind-blowing stuff. But if we're going to point that out, we do have to point out as well, you had your own Amaru play.
I did.
I've got to ask. Yeah, you kind of Goomba stomped him a little bit.
Yeah.
He was underneath the window hiding.
I thought they were expecting a Deimos play, and they were trying to hide off-site. Like, my thought was they're going to think I'm going first floor, and they're going to try to both jump me first floor. I saw one on drone before we went in, but I thought he went to the other site. So I thought that site was completely clear. I had Ken call with the lion scan, and then when I saw I got the kill credit, I was like, well, now it's definitely clear. Got the bomb down and held on for the round.
As well, I do want to talk about those last 3 or so rounds. It kind of seemed like the defense wasn't quite there from just Team 2 not reinforcing balcony wall. Of course, having Cosmic offsite hiding from Deimos does not help things when it comes to reinforcements, but I did speak onto this, and I was curious as to what your mentality is around how important reinforcing is, especially in a 2v2 setting.
Yeah, I think it depends pretty heavily on the team lineup. I know we run a lot with Castle, so we like to have reinforcements just so that the Castle isn't like hunt out uselessly, so that we have like all of it set up well. But like you said, when you have a Cav on the team, he's got to run out, and then the Warden can stick on site. But there's a lot of setup outside of just reinforcing that one wall. A lot of times people don't think of it. I didn't think of it until like midway through the round. Kidney mentioned it wasn't reinforced, and I figured I could soft breach in.
Yeah, it took me a second to acknowledge that it wasn't even reinforced. I thought it was reinforced. I was like, why are these two standing up there? And then I looked at the wall. I was like, oh my goodness, it's not.
Yeah, we had a good 20-second conversation on if we should breach there. I thought we should, but I just wanted to make sure we're same page. He wanted to hold the angle open for a
Yeah.
cross, but worked out.
What do you think led in both games to your guys' success getting the diffuser down? Yeah, I noticed that happened a lot both games. Diffuser getting down, you guys penetrating site very well.
Yeah, part of that I think is the off-site cav. If we know we
Hmm.
kill the one player on site, we feel like we have time with another player holding the plant to get that down.
Hmm.
I started playing OSA a lot more. I haven't played OSA hardly at all
Hmm.
in the tournament, and it felt like when I'm behind a shield, I can really focus on just getting that bomb down, or putting Kidney behind it and having him get the bomb down.
Right. Well, I don't have anyone to pass questions off to, so congratulations on the win. Advancing, living another day. Hopefully, you guys keep your games nice and updated.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, congratulations on the win. Have a good one.
Appreciate it, you two boss.
Well, folks, that's all from me. This has been 10 Pin Gaming, also known as Nick, Nicholas, or whatever you want to call me. Slow Rollers defeat just Team 2, 2-0, and a very dominant showing from Vader and a very promising showing from Kidney Ken. This has been the Spam Invitational, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.